So I've seen a lot of reporting on the Baltimore bridge collapse, and I just wanted to point out the real cause of the collapse. I was really enlightened when I watched this, and I'm so glad that I watched it, and I'm so glad that I was enlightened. So first off, Putin was behind it, right? Putin recruited ISIS members to come across our southern border and infiltrate the that cargo ship and cut the power right before it crashed into the bridge. So Putin is the reason why the bridge collapsed, and Joe Biden's open border. I'm so glad that I was enlightened today to that fact. I don't know what I would have done if I went the rest of my life without knowing what happened and why those people lost their lives in that bridge collapse. It's all because Joe Biden and the Democrats. Man, it's just so crazy. I would have never thought that Joe Biden would be responsible for this. And it was, it was intentional. He's intentionally letting people come over here. The border bill was a false flag. It really was just going to let more people in. Even though the most conservative Republican negotiated a deal, he was involved too. And, man, I just don't know what I would have done if I didn't, I didn't learn that fact. And also come to find out, George Soros funded the whole operation. He funded it. He put his money into it. He faked documents so they could get up there and so they could join the crew of the ship. Man, it was just a really elaborate thing. And, man, it was just, it was all to make Donald Trump look bad. Yeah. All to make Donald Trump look bad. I couldn't keep that up, but, I seen some crazy conspiracy theories today, and, I wanted just to poke fun at them a little bit, but, it's a serious situation, and, it's really sad that it happened. And, you got Republicans saying that the infrastructure bill's at fault, that the bill wasn't used for bridges and all this, which is all malarkey. And it's a terrorist attack. It's because of the migrants. It's because of the open border. I've seen all these take today. It's the Department of it's DEI that's responsible. It's the federal government. It's a false flag. I mean, I can't even go into how many conspiracy theories I've seen today. But what it comes down to is it was just a tragic accident. You could see the video that the ship lost power right before it was about to go through the channel underneath the bridge, and it literally couldn't steer, and it couldn't go into reverse to change its course. And you could also see that right before the impact that the ship tried to turn, but it was just too late. And it couldn't make the turn. I mean, it's almost a 900-foot long container ship. I mean, momentum in itself would be enough to propel the ship into the bridge, even if it regained steering, because there wasn't enough distance between the ship and the bridge at the end. When it ended up getting the power, when the power was restored. It's just so friggin' fluky, man. And honestly, when I seen that this morning, I didn't even know that it happened in this country until I seen images of it, a bridge collapse. But I didn't see the actual headline until I actually, got on online, and I looked at some news reports and things like that, and it's really sad. But honestly, a bridge like that should be replaced before this happened, because modern bridges have protection for the pylons and the pillars for the bridges, so they can't be struck. And that bridge was a specific design that if one part fell, that the whole thing would collapse. It's just like dominoes. You knock one over and it's all just gonna fall. It's a chain reaction thing, and it's the design of the bridge, which is good when it's actually not compromised. But in that situation where it's next to a port where there's a lot of traffic, it was actually inevitable that it was going to happen. It was inevitable that it was going to happen, and it's unfortunate, but thankfully the loss of life wasn't far worse, because honestly, when that happened, I had flashbacks to other bridge collapses, and there was the last bridge collapse I remember, like 34 people died, and over water I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the one up in Pennsylvania that luckily I don't believe anybody was killed in that, but that's all I was going to go into, is just kind of making a little bit of a joke about all the conspiracy theories that was put out there about the cause of the collapse. Obviously, I'm not joking, because it's not a serious situation, and I really feel bad for the families and the people who passed away. But hopefully, somebody got a little bit of a laugh out of it. I mean, it was just made, just to make fun of people who are ridiculous, and they shouldn't have a platform. But maybe it's in poor taste. But you gotta. I would rather laugh than cry, and those are the two options. And when it comes to making jokes at the expense of idiots, I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna try to do that, and I'm just gonna try to not focus on the all the negative, because there's a lot of negative now, and you got to have something to lighten your mood. So, but thank you so much for watching. Have a nice evening. Cherish your family. Like and subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye.